completely useless. Ooh, I'll get that. It's a freaking nightmare. I bought a bunch of crap so you don't have to. Hello everyone, good morning. Happy Vlogmas day 10. We're in double digits now. How far we've come. We are gonna have a fun little shopping day today. I really wanted to go to Target at Home Goods because I know a lot of you are gonna be going there during this holiday season. Find some of the things that I think are like common things that people might reach for. Some of the things are very cute, but they're not functional and it's just a waste of money. So I want to go over that and give you some tips on what you should spend your money on this holiday season. Sounds good? All right, let's do this. Okay, I love Home Goods, but that place was a circus today. I forget that living in Florida, things get increasingly busy as it gets cold everywhere else because we get the snowbirds. It was really busy, plus it's Christmas and all that. So anyways, got some stuff at Home Goods. And Joann's Fabrics is actually next door to Home Goods, so stopping by there because they always have some knickknacks and stuff in the baking section. So let's check them out. Okay, this video should be called I bought a bunch of crap so you don't have to. Now let's get to the haul. All right, we're back in the office because that's where I get the best light, and we're gonna go over this haul. A lot of very cute things that are completely useless and non-practical. So let's start with the Home Goods because that was the first place that we went to. The first thing that I noticed when we went into Home Goods were the pans. One baking pan that was like green with like little flecks of white in it. It was very Christmassy, very pretty. Definitely something that you look at and you're like, ooh, I'll get that. And then that was $6.99. And then they had another set of just plain silver, same kind of pan. It was the one that has the spring in it. That was $9.99 for 3 pans. Now, here's my feelings about the pans. So I have this whole video over here where I talk about which pan is best for baking. If you get a pan like that green one, it will work. It will be fine. However, you're gonna have to figure out what temperatures that really works with, how long things take to bake in that specific pan, which is going to be different from all of your other pans because it's a different color. It's a better deal to get the silver ones where you get 3 for $9.99 than one cute one for $6.99. It's not the end of the world, but you're really paying for the color, and the color is really not going to do anything for your bakes. We have this thing. There were a lot of like kits like this at Home Goods. So this is a 6 muffin tin, and it's red with the little white flakes, just like that pan was. And then it comes with the silicone liners for the cupcakes in there. And then it has a spatula, a tiny little spatula, and a tiny little spoon. Now the spoon would be useful when you're scooping batter into the cupcakes. Now this spatula over here, it's a great size if you're an elf. If you're not though, it's ridiculously small and it's not going to be useful for anything. If you're making batter for cupcakes, this is not going to be enough to fold the batter for the cupcakes. Completely useless. And then the silicone molds. Sounds like a cool idea, right? It's reusable. You can wash it, you know, and use it again. Kind of a novelty. No. Have you ever tried to get something out of a silicone mold? It's not fun. It's really not fun. I haven't used the cupcake ones. I do have a cake pan that's a silicone one, and it's a freaking nightmare. Doesn't matter how much you oil that thing and how much you grease it, it's always gonna get stuck in there. If you wanted to do cute cupcake liners, buy the paper ones. They had really cute ones at Target. It was really cute. They had really cute ones. Those are inexpensive. Just go with the paper ones. So I would definitely say no to this. This guy. Okay, it's pink. It says love and cupcakes. This is terrible. The measuring cups in here, you can see that they're like cute little shapes. Never buy measuring cups that are cute little shapes, okay? They're adorable. They are not reliable. I love a good decorative, cute thing. Like throw pillows. But when it comes to baking, there's no room for that, okay? No decorative, cutesy little things. You need practical. So these things, not so great. But that doesn't mean that your measuring cups need to be ugly. They could be just practical. So this, I got at Home Goods. It was $6.99. Can you see that they have like how much it is in the milliliters as well? Which is really neat. I mean, very useful. Is it cute? You know, probably not. But this will get your recipes done correctly. So this one, I also got at Home Goods, and this is like pretty. So even though it's copper and it has like the nice handles and everything, you can see that the shapes are your standard cup shapes. Like these, and they're like stainless steel, are they? Yeah, they're copper plated stainless steel. So these are reliable measuring cups that also look cute, but they're going to do the job. These have style and substance. So definitely a better recommendation than the other ones. Oh, ho, 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 cute. So cute, look at that. It's Christmassy, it's red. It will be terrible for doing anything baking wise. It just feels like it's not sturdy. Like if you were to put like some muscle into it, it's probably going to fall apart. It just feels like it would. So this guy doesn't have the handles like that. It does have these little balls over here, which I think will be very impractical. When you're rolling, basically, you're gonna have to roll something that's only this thick, because if it goes beyond, now you're gonna have a divot over here. Does that make sense? Even if you're just a home baker and you're not making, you know, copious amounts of dough, you want to have the option of having something that could go wider, and this really limits you to however much this is, you know what I mean? So I really find this extremely impractical. With the other rolling pin, at least you have some height, so you could hold onto the handles and push, but with this, what are you gonna do with this? Why? It makes no sense. It's just bad engineering. So, all right, what's next? This I should have brought up when I was talking about the silicone molds, the cupcake liners. Very cute. Very cute. You could use this for cakes ideally. Let me just spoiler alert this for you. It's not gonna work out. You're thinking that you're gonna make cakes that are shaped like Santa and have that little face in it. All these little details. Oh my gosh, look at the ones in the hat over here, like the little snowflake. What's most likely gonna happen is that you're not gonna be able to oil that little inside of the little snowflakes over here. No matter how hard you try, you're not going to be able to grease this enough so that no batter gets stuck to it. And then when you try to get it out, it's going to be stuck and it's not going to come out. If you've ever watched Bake Off and you've seen people struggle to get cakes out of these things, it's because they are not great. They are not great. Not just this one, just any kind of silicone like mold like this for cakes. I'm not a fan. It always gets stuck. On to Joann's. Should I start with the worst or with the best? Let's save the worst for the last one. Okay. So this one, I thought like it looked kind of cute, right? So this is like an acrylic handle of the spatula, and then the top is just the usual, it's silicone. Head is resistant up to 350 degrees. Super, that's great. It doesn't say how resistant the acrylic is, and my guess is that it's not very high. I can totally see this just burning if you're doing something on stovetop, like if you're doing a custard or something and you leave it on the side, I can totally see this like not turning out well. I don't know this for sure. This is just my intuition. Just get the spatula that's all silicone all around, and then you know that the whole thing is gonna be heat resistant. You know what I mean? Check this guy out. So it is a baking pan, and it has little Christmas trees in there. Why? There's a reason why baking pans are flat, and it's because it works. I will not be trying this out because I have a very strong sense that things will not turn out well. My guess is that these little divots over here are going to make an impression on the cookie dough, and then you're gonna have marks, or it's not gonna evenly bake, most likely. This is definitely the kind of thing that's like, oh, that's so cute. And then you're like, oh, that's why normal ones don't have that. Now we get to the good stuff. My gosh, I couldn't believe when I saw this. It's a cookie scooper, like, what do they call it? A turner. Super cute, super cute. You would use this to kind of scoop a cookie and put it on the cooling rack from the pan. It's adorable. It's shaped like a gingerbread man, and it has holes in it. Kind of defeat the point of it being an apparatus to scoop things up. Second of all, this thing, it's so flimsy. This is not gonna hold any cookie with any weight in it. This is gonna have to be a really light cookie for it to really hold. And third, this shape is very impractical. Even if you do have gingerbread men cookies that you're trying to scoop up, you would have to perfectly line them up with those little arms and things for it not to break. And especially if you have something like this where you're gonna have like little pieces that hang off like this, or if you have a big cookie, if it's still warm, it could collapse onto the sides over here. Like, you want something that's large and has, you know, a big area so that you're scooping the entire thing, so that, because when it's warm, it's still gonna have some flexibility to it. It's still gonna have some danger of breaking. And then the final one at Joann's. So this is like a cute little kit for cookie decorating. So it has a little squeezer bottle for you to put your icing in, and then you have the icing bags, and then you have the icing tips. My problem with this is that it's all plastic, and those icing tips over here, I've used plastic ones before. They do not work as well as the steel ones. They just don't. And the metal ones are super cheap. They cost like $2. So it's not a big price jump. They're not cute. They're not gonna be green and white and, you know, Christmas colors, but they will work and they will last you much longer. Then I was surprised that Target did not have any of the cutesy, useless stuff. I did see that the Magnolia fixer-upper people, you know who I'm talking about. Cookie cutters from Target are legit good cookie cutters. So same thing as the piping tips. I do not recommend plastic for cookie cutters. They're just not gonna be as good. They're not gonna be as durable. They're just not gonna be as functional as the metal ones. And so these metal ones, they're brushed metal, so they have kind of like that vintagey look. And the handles are really cool. So what would happen is that if you're gonna roll the dough and then you're going to, you know, use this as kind of a stamp. So instead of holding onto the sides and then possibly getting your fingers on the dough, you're just going to stamp it from the top. So these are really good cookie cutters, and they had the round ones in there too. And overall, I think you guys sensed a theme here, that it's like, when it comes to baking, function definitely should come before looks. When you're talking about your baking tools, you definitely want to go with something that is more useful than it is cute, because the cute stuff is adorable to look at, but it's not functional when you're actually doing the baking. So now that I've told you everything that you should definitely not be buying, I'm going to say what you should be buying. And that's gonna be tomorrow's vlog. So make sure you come back tomorrow, because on tomorrow's video, I'm gonna be talking about all of the products that I personally recommend for my tools and my baking equipment. I started as a home baker and I transitioned into a professional baker, and I've tried a lot of tools, a lot of different things, and I have a few of my favorites that I recommend to you. So make sure you tune in tomorrow, because I'm about to make your Christmas list. if you're a baker. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys here tomorrow. Until then, stay curious.